Breakfast cups with your favorite toppings. I've made them several times and they turn out perfectly every time. Take some puff pastry and place it on a baking sheet. Then press it down with another identical baking sheet to create perfect indentations in the shape of cups. Now take some eggs and crack one into each cup. The eggs are the main ingredient in this dish. Sprinkle some chives into the breakfast cups. Next, add some pre-cooked bacon to the eggs. Season each one with your favorite spices. Use a knife to cut the pastry into squares, separating the cups. Now, you need to seal them by pinching together the four corners of the pastry, creating cups filled with your favorite toppings. Preheat the oven, then bake them for about 15 minutes until the pastry puffs up and turns golden. The crispy pastry and delicate filling make these little snacks a true delight, a small thing that brings joy. I guarantee you'll want to eat them every day. I fry eggs in water. I stopped frying them in oil a long time ago. I have gained a lot from this change. If you fry eggs in oil or any kind of fat, you will stop doing it as soon as you watch this video. Frying eggs in water is simple and makes less mess. It's also healthier, which is important for many people. First, prepare a pan and pour about a cup of water into it, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Turn on the stove to bring the water to a boil. In the meantime, prepare the eggs. First, crack one egg into a small bowl, then the second. Once the water is boiling, add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Stir the water with the vinegar. Vinegar is ideal for preparing eggs in water. Now pour the eggs into the pan. Leave them in the pan for a few minutes. The whites need to set well. This will take a moment. When you see that the eggs are ready, turn off the stove. Remove the eggs and place them on a plate. All that's left now is to season them to your liking and eat. I hope you try this trick and are as satisfied as I am. Combine eggs with oats. You've never had anything like this before. Pour 200 grams of oats into a bowl. Then add 2 eggs. Pour in 150 milliliters of milk. Add seasonings like salt and pepper. Mix everything thoroughly. Let it sit for 20 minutes. In the meantime, prepare the remaining ingredients. Finely chop some parsley. Grate about 150 grams of cheese using a coarse grater. Also, prepare a bell pepper and tomato sauce. It's the perfect complement to this dish. Take a red bell pepper, remove the seeds and chop it into small cubes. You'll also need a few cherry tomatoes. Cut them into smaller pieces. Next, take a pan and pour in some olive oil. Use a garlic press to crush 1 clove of garlic into the pan. Once the garlic is lightly sautéed, add the pepper and tomatoes. Cook on low heat until the vegetables are soft. Transfer the cooked vegetables to a blender and blend them into a smooth, aromatic sauce. Now, return to the oats mixture. Add the grated cheese and chopped parsley. Heat a pan and pour in some oil. Then, spread the oat mixture onto the pan. This will create a delicious omelet. Sprinkle it with black sesame seeds. Cook for a few minutes. After that, use a plate to flip it over and cook the other side for a few more minutes. Then, remove it from the pan and cut it into pieces. This omelet is perfect for breakfast or lunch. Serve it with the prepared sauce. This combination is simply delicious. I learned this recipe while working at a wedding venue. It's easy to prepare and uses common ingredients. This chicken tastes just like it came from a restaurant. Start by slicing the chicken breast lengthwise, creating 2 thin fillets. Place the meat on a cutting board and cover it with plastic wrap. Gently pound the meat on both sides with a mallet. Next, take some softened butter and cut it into small slices. Lay the slices evenly over the chicken fillet. Now, prepare the herb stuffing. Take fresh herbs. I use parsley, but you can use dill or basil. Chop them finely. On a separate board, grate some Grana Padano or Parmesan cheese. Mix the cheese with the chopped parsley. Spread this mixture over the butter on the chicken fillet. Carefully roll up the chicken, forming neat roulades. Coat the rolled chicken in a special breading. To prepare the breading, take 2 containers. In one, combine 100 grams of breadcrumbs with the grated hard cheese. In the other, whisk 1 egg. Dip the roulades first in the egg, then in the breadcrumb mixture. Place the breaded chicken roulades on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Bake the roulades in the oven for 30 minutes at 180 degrees. While the roulades are baking, prepare a bell pepper and tomato sauce, which perfectly complements this dish. Take a red bell pepper, remove the seeds, and chop it into small cubes. You'll also need a few cherry tomatoes. Cut them into smaller pieces. Heat some olive oil in a pan, then use a garlic press to crush 1 clove of garlic into the pan. Once the garlic is lightly sautéed, add the pepper and tomatoes. Cook on low heat until the vegetables are soft. Transfer the cooked vegetables to a blender and blend them into a smooth, aromatic sauce. Serve the baked chicken roulades with this sauce and a side of vegetable salad. The inside will be tender and the outside crispy. Here is a tried-and-true recipe for a nutritious dinner. Start by cutting toast bread into small cubes, just as you usually do for croutons. Don't throw away the crusts. Instead, cut them into smaller pieces. Next, put them in a jar with milk and leave them for a while. Meanwhile, place the chopped bread on a baking sheet and put it in a preheated oven at 100 degrees Celsius. Bake it for about 10 minutes until it is crispy. Now, prepare the meat. Take 300 grams of chicken breast and cut it into smaller pieces. Cut 1 onion into 4 parts. Add the onion and chicken breast to a food processor or blender. After a moment, add the milk-soaked crusts. Transfer the blender's contents to a bowl. Add salt and pepper to taste. To improve the consistency, add 2 egg yolks. Mix everything well. The next step is forming the cutlets. Prepare a bowl of ice-cold water. On another tray, place the pre-toasted bread and the meat mixture. Wet your hands in the water and take a bit of the meat mixture. Shape the meat into an oval shape. Then coat it in the bread. Turn it over so that the cutlet is covered on both sides. Heat a pan over medium heat with a little oil. When it is ready, place the cutlets one by one and fry until they are golden on each side. Remove them and place them on a paper towel for a few minutes to get rid of the excess fat. You will be amazed at how tasty they are and how quickly they can be prepared. Pozharsky cutlets are nothing more than ground chicken cutlets, but made a bit differently. They have been a staple in our home for years, and the whole family enjoys them.